Hey, this is Dan
And Bob
from GigaBoots.com, and welcome to our Giving Games a Chance for Shin Megami Tensei 5. Thank you, Atlus, for sending us the code so that way we could cover this in time for launch.
Ooh.
Yeah, RPGs are kind of big deals. Not sure if we would be able to do much, if we just got it at the moment,
Right, it would be just, here's the beginning of the game.
Here's the beginning of the game. Most of the mechanics haven't unlocked. But this is going to take place 12 hours and 48 minutes into this game. There's going to be a little bit of spoilers in that you're going to be seeing that. But I have chosen part of this game, which Bob can attest to. I showed him part of it before we recorded this, that it's not very spoilersy. It's all going to be rather sub-story.
Yeah. It seems like a lot is just really, really low-end things.
Yes, there are some high-end cutscenes in this game. There's some really cool-looking stuff. We're not going to be showing that off because I really just want to talk about the game and not really about the story heavily, but I will talk about it.
Man, that Tiger Man was really good.
He's really cool. I love this loading screen, by the way. This is the longest load you do in this game is loading up the file.
Uh-huh.
Because this game, for anyone who hasn't seen it, the Nintendo Direct E3 sort of showing really just showed you a big area, and you could have assumed that had small gates, right?
Uh-huh.
But no, it really is just a massive region you're traveling all the way across.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a spiral tower or something. That's neat.
Yeah, the Spiral Mountain.
Oh, cool.
Everybody's favorite Smash level.
Does anyone say gaha there as you kill them?
Yes, there's a demon bear. It gahas at you if you try to talk to it. Yeah, that's him. That's the demon bear. Look at him. Banjo known for having skulls in his belly. But yeah, so there's these giant areas you travel across, completing quests like main story quests, which follows the plot line, and then side quests, which, NPC demons in the environment will give you every now and again.
And it actually properly tracks the side quests and stuff?
Yes, and you can actually see the ones you picked up but did not finish. In fact, I can show that off real quick. Quests, let me hit that. Ooh. So there you go. You can see all these, and it'll be like, hey, do this, do that. Yeah, this one was really good because Baphomet was just like, these dogs are pissing me off, kill them.
Oh, do you get those from killing the dog?
Yes. If I kill 5 Inugamis, he'll count that, and then he'll complete the quest, giving me a vile talisman and a certain amount of experience. And that's how all these go. It's really interesting, and they have some really funny writing in it. I appreciate the side quests as, just some nice additional content in parallel to this main story of the game.
Yeah, it's always good to have side quests. I was surprised that Tales of Arise actually had a decent amount of those too.
Oh, that's good. I actually have not checked out Tales of Arise yet. I think this is my first RPG of the year I'm getting to check out. It's a shame it came out before Pokemon Brilliant Diamond, Shine and Pearl.
It does make that look a little
just
really
the smidgest rough. But we're not, that's a conversation for that video, not this one.
Right. Oh my God, look at that guy dancing.
Yeah, when they try to keep the performance up, towards 25-ish frames per second, by having enemies that are demons that are further away animate at lower frame rates. These guys, they're sort of like a collectible you can find in an area.
Okay.
And when you find them, they give you glory, which is that currency in the upper right. Glories, I'll show it off later, but they can be used as a way to buy miracles. And miracles are cool abilities that you'll get or ways to increase capacity for certain things. And I'll get into that in a bit.
Do they have whip?
Do they have whip?
Yeah, it was the miracles get whip.
I see what you're doing here. I'm not going to respond to that even. Sometimes you'll find cool petrified statues of giant demons.
Yeah, look at this dude. He's got so many arms.
And mouths.
So did you fight him?
Got a lot going on. No.
Okay.
No, you'll just find these throughout this hellscape that is dot. D-A apostrophe A-T. You can touch them in order to get experience and stuff.
I would have just called it the T. Because I have no idea.
Well, the apostrophe is before an A. So it's not D-A apostrophe T. But, sure. But yeah, they're really cool, and there is a lore behind them. I'm not really going to go into that here.
This guy's just
I'm running into
lounging.
multiple of these all in a row.
Oh, it's another one of those, yeah.
These Mimon. And it keeps track of how many you found, and if you every so often, like 20, every 5 or so, you'll get extra stuff from a person. We'll show him off in a bit. These orbs I'm picking up, that actually is like Magatsui and health and MP. So instead of going and recovering through spells or items or other things, you can just run around the environment and pick up these little orbs to recover.
And hope you don't run into an enemy.
Yes, which, enemies are relatively avoidable in this game. I've actually... The reason you're going to see as I run into battles, I don't have a ton of the stuff in this area is because I ran straight here to get to... Leave me alone. To get to this ley line, which the ley line thing is a really important thing I want to talk about real quick before we get into battles and explain the battle mechanics. The ley line, you can save here, you can recover here, you can travel to the other ones as well. And eventually you unlock this ability where if you hit the L button at any point in the entire world map, you'll return to the most recent one you used.
That's cool.
Yeah, it seems to work perfectly well. I think there's one time it didn't seem to work right, and I started to question my sanity because it took me to one that I was certain was not the most recent one. But I'm going to assume I went insane and that I didn't do something unexpected. But yeah, through this, you're able to buy and sell items at the Cadaver's Hollow. Bob, I'm convinced this guy is Daggett from...
Welcome. Make yourself at home.
From Angry Beavers.
Yeah.
Hey, not bad.
I can kind of hear it.
Very nice.
Oh, did he give you some sort of Neko Shogun?
Best of luck.
Yeah, he gave me a Neko Shogun essence, which I'll go into essences in a bit. He's the guy who gives you rewards for the Mimon.
Okay.
He's also the shopkeep, so you can come here and spend your currency, or as it's called in this game, money.
Money?
You can spend your money. It's in the upper right. It's
okay, yeah.
It's just funny because, you have all these currencies, but then you just have money.
Yeah, it has another symbol at the end of it. I'm like trying.
I can't read it. I'm just gonna call it money. But yeah, you can come here and spend that in order to get consumable items to use in battle. You can also sell things to him, which you can find through soda machines and vending machines and stuff. So they're called relics, and it'll be really stupid stuff. In fact, since this loads fast enough, I'll just pop right back in. And I just want to say I'm really glad that it loads this fast. Like, I think loading fast is really important. But so here are my valuable relics.
Can you use these for anything else other than sell?
No, this is just stuff you sell. So that's $5,000 right there.
Is there something to auto sell all of it? Oh, you just did that.
I just did that, yeah.
Okay. That's good.
The next major thing, the last major thing you can do here is things with essences and demon fusions. But before we get into that, let me do some battle, because there are a lot of people who are just like, why is he not battled a single thing this far into this video? I'm gonna set up my team. I'm actually right before a mini boss that isn't that much of a plot thing, So I wouldn't worry too much if you're watching this about it being like spoilers, because frankly, I it's actually a relatively low end cutscene too. So this isn't much I'm gonna spoil here.
Oh.
But yeah, this isn't like a main boss. This is like a mini boss that is related to the plot, but not a character per se.
Is that other, like, are these girls normally following you around, or?
Tao is following me right now.
Okay.
That's the character with the design, which you'll see in the reverse shot here. Let me cut to that real quick. Okay. And then, as you can see, my classmate is a mannequin. That's the thing they do.
Yeah, that seems normal.
It's kind of funny.
It's just like, yeah, I'm sorry, you didn't self-realize.
I think the combat system in this game is really, really neat. So firstly, you have that Magatsui meter at the top, which I get from doing various things. I can also pick it up in the environment like I showed earlier. But that's really how we're going to unlock all of our damage. And unfortunately, I walked into this battle without a full Magatsui gauge. So
no.
we're going to have to deal this until then Let me go ahead and use Beatdown since I have a full health bar. That'll do the maximal amount of damage. I just hit A there to skip the animation. Let me go ahead and let Jack Frost play out. Jack Buffalo, Mark Ruffalo's evil brother.
Look at those. It's just freaking ice statues.
It's really good.
Yeah, the mermaid. I don't think I've seen her in other games. She's very fancy.
Yeah, I don't know if she's new. I have cursory experience with Nocturne watching you play it back in the day, and 4 and 4 Apocalypse watching KZ Excellent play that recently. Aside from that, I'm getting all my information from people on the GigaBoots fan Discord just talking about this game, which they don't know I have the code.
Right.
So I'm just like, they'll see a thing in a new trailer, and they'll be like, oh, they changed this. And I'm like, oh, is that not normal? I'll be like, is that a new thing? How did they do it before? So yeah, these animations are sick.
Wait, why did it hit 3 separate times?
Because that spell does that. It can do up to 6. It can do 3 to 6. But in order to do 6, it needs 2 opponents or more.
Okay, but it can hit three times for one dude. That's interesting.
Yes. Sure, we'll do a Hama.
And Hama just hurts it.
Hama's in this, it's a weak light attack, but if they are weak to it, like they have a weakness for light, they can actually end up taking like insta kill from it.
That's neat. Oh, did you skip another animation? I was like,
I
why
need to stop doing that. I'm
It's
sorry.
gotten
I'm
so
sorry.
quick.
Here, you know what? We're gonna do this. There's a chance I'm gonna screw this up and lose this battle, and that's fine, guys. That happens sometimes.
You just have to accept that.
Sometimes these things happen. I'll skip this animation since you've already seen it. Okay,
Yeah, she doesn't seem like she's doing that much damage. Because
she's not. I really should be using someone else. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Please don't hit my main character again.
Oof.
Okay. So this is getting real.
Well, your Magatsuhi gauge maxed out, though.
Here we go.
And I guess that means it's time.
So he just used his critical thing, meaning he's going to try to use a physical attack.
Okay.
So I'm going to use physical dampener. Normally, I wouldn't do that on a turn I just used Magatsuhi on, but it's really important to make him whiff.
Yeah, you don't want to just take the full brunt of a critical.
We want to make sure to use Jack Buffalo there because it lowers defense, which will make everyone else's job easier. Her charming ability does not work on this dude. He's too Chad-like. It's very unfortunate for me.
That's a little surprising. I expect the werewolf to kind of be owned by that, but me, I'm just biased.
Yeah. So I could use an item to heal myself, or I could try to YOLO gem this and just use an ability. What do you think?
Oh no, I would use the item because he could kill you in one hit, but at the same time, you're gonna block the next one. So maybe
hopefully he doesn't mix stuff up. There we go, 242 damage. That's pretty important.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage.
You know, if I really want, I could use Jack Frost to heal me.
Yeah, so only the main character can use items, is that right?
Only the main character can use items and negotiate.
Okay.
Because you have the talk function in this game, of course.
Of course.
Okay. Yep, she sure doesn't have a heal spell. We're hoping for the best here. That's okay. I've did multiple runs from the save file. On my actual file that I have going forward from this point, okay, good. That's a whiff. It takes 2 of his turns. One of the systems I haven't explained yet in this game is that if you critically hit the enemy, you only take half a turn. If you hit their weakness, you only take half a turn. So I can take up to 8 actions if I make sure every single thing hits.
That's really good. That's something that I always appreciate about these games that makes it feel really different than other RPGs.
Yes. I appreciate any game that's going to take its normal combat system and make it all the more aggressive. So that way things resolve fast. We're going to show that one more time.
It's really good.
It is exceptional. Some of the animations they have for attacks are really, really good in this.
Yeah, I was like, I don't. That might be the first time Jack Frost has been able to do that.
Are you telling me before this game he might have not been world famous Jack Buffalo?
Yeah, he would not have had Jack Buffalo.
Oh, that's
at least not to my knowledge. Maybe in like Shin Megami Tensei 4 or something.
Okay. So,
Man, yeah, these healing items aren't that great.
no, I have stronger healing items. I just really don't want to use this on them. I don't want to use them on this jump.
Yeah.
Like,
Fair.
'cause I could do that, right? I don't want to.
Here.
So we'll just keep me healing, even though that sucks, because my team isn't set up right on this file. Weirdly enough, I did not save in the correct slot when I set up my team for this battle. So my team is not exactly what it was supposed to be.
But I'm sure he'll be fine. I mean, he's like he says, the guy's a chump.
Yeah, he's definitely not going to one-hit someone any second now.
No, of course not.
Okay, so I know this from fighting him before, but he activated his Magatsui. Every time he does that, he guaranteeably, though I'd love for me to be wrong during this video.
That's always great.
I've done this so many times, but I would love for it to go wrong in this one video. He uses an electric type attack. So I use one of those Elic dampeners that I got from the cadaver's room. The salesman.
shop.
Yeah. Those things are cheap. They're like 100.
Wow.
So this game really expects you or leaves it open for you to do things like that to really help you in a boss battle. Like if you know what they're going to do, then you can come in and pretty effectively control the situation.
Right. It's on you at this point.
Like they definitely make it very doable. We're going to use Sakanagi. Sakanagi is an almighty attack, which is strength based. My Nahobino is strength build.
Okay.
Like I put a ton of points into his strength, and the almighty type attacks are attacks that do not have. Like if you look at the icon, the green crescent moon with the stars, there is no resistance for that. So this attack will just transcend the ability to be resisted.
Very cool.
Yeah, if you crit with that, it's some good damage.
Yeah, I was like that. I remember you got that stuff like that in Nocturne. I can't remember if it was super late or not. So it's a little surprising you already got it.
To be fair, I could have used an essence on the mermaid to give her a really cool ability.
Oh yeah.
So this would be that Elic attack. Jack Frost don't care. I could have given her the second level of ice to do a medium ice spell against one opponent, and that would make her a lot more viable in this battle.
Yeah. Seeing her do that one for multi opponents does not seem effective.
I'm putting the circular peg in the square hole. I think anyone watching this can easily assess that much.
Whatever, you're getting the job done. Look at his health. It's almost down.
I know, because of proper item use, this dude's just chopping to this, and it's really funny. Okay, so... yeah, that's fine. I can use Storm Call one more time, and then use Bufu, and it'll be fine. She has Concentrate, which will actually make her next magic attack more powerful. The numbers haven't quite shaken out as far as I've seen for how much more powerful it is.
Huh.
So that's a thing. Okay, here we go. Hee-ho. I'm gonna punch you.
You said it was Concentrate, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I know that was super powerful in previous games. Like, I'd always have that on my main guy, so I could just be like, boop, buff him up, and then punch something real hard.
Okay, he's doing it again. Let's pull out that item and just no-sell this dude.
It's like, do you think you can kill him before he does it anyway, or do you even want to risk
Don't want to
that?
risk it.
That's fair.
You know what, though?
What's that?
You know what? That was a hitch. I haven't seen a hitch like that even once so far.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Man, this isn't going to go well.
No, it's fine.
Wait, just attack?
I'm out of MP.
Oh, no.
Uh-huh.
Oh, no.
This is how to the wire this is going to be.
Dan, you've chosen poorly. I'm sorry.
It's going to be really funny if it fails. So, Bob. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
That's fine. I'll use the item. Once again, he used Magatsui, so I know he's going to use his electric attack. But that's why I did it at the last turn, so that way, if it was possible for us to hit him and kill him,
Right.
I would have found out.
I mean, technically, you might not want to do it, because that looks like it only hits one guy, right?
Yes.
So he'd kill one, but then he'd certainly
But it could
dead
be
the
me.
next. Oh.
And then I'm dead.
Oh, it's one of
This is
those.
one of those, yes. I'm what matters, not my demons.
I get it, but it's always frustrating when they do that.
And then Jack Frost punched him on the nose.
So that didn't go that smoothly, but...
No. It has gone smoother literally every other time I've done that, of which I think I'm up to 3. So that was the worst of 4 runs.
Nice.
Yeah.
Excellent.
That's just the magic of hitting the record button, baby.
Hee-ho.
Cool. So this is an ice block skill. Ice block will make it so that way nobody on my turn can be hurt by an ice attack on their next turn.
Yeah, this is a really good level up scene.
Yeah, it is. It's, what's the term? It's got some stank.
I've been thinking.
I haven't been thinking.
Might have caught a glimpse of her while that werewolf was carrying her out.
Stace.
So, yeah, that's a part of my main quest line.
You update you took the student to safety?
Yeah,
Where?
I took the student to safety. It happened. We swear.
Okay. Nothing looks safe around here, but I believe you.
I used my Nahobino powers.
Did he put her in the ley line hole?
Yes. So, because I completed that quest, which was just one part of this larger quest line I'm going on here, it gave me and all my demons 8,000 experience.
Ooh.
The way stat points work in this is if you look just now, even though I mashed past it, it gives you 3 stat points in seemingly random categories, but it has put it in the same 3 every time I've gained this exact level, so who knows? But you get to choose 1 point to stick in something. And as you can see, I've chosen physical strength.
Of course. Anything else would be ridiculous for Dan.
I mean, it's important here. You know, most enemies aren't going to be resistant to physical. Very few are. But if I was using magic, then my moveset would be hyper relevant.
Right. Yeah, I know that's what I always do too, because you can customize so much with your team that it seems silly to have your character locked into any one element.
Yeah, absolutely.
She can't figure out how to get these keys apart.
No, she's got one of those riddles, which just like find a way to separate these rings.
Man, it's really nice seeing these events like in a new fidelity.
Oh yeah, no, this is really nice looking. I was kind of surprised because you know the load times are pretty. What's wrong, Bob? This is the Mononangal.
Cool.
My girlfriend, Tosh, she immediately was like, that sounds Filipino. That has to be Tagalog. And yes, apparently this is a Filipino demon, which is awesome.
She tore herself in half.
It's sick. But yeah, they have these cool lore cards for like every demon. And it's really, really neat. Like you get to hear origin stories, you get to see giant paragraphs of stuff, and it's just really, really neat. Just a lot of cool stuff.
It's always nice.
Speaking of cool stuff, we need to go check out the demon fusing.
Sure.
Something I haven't pointed out yet on the world map. You have that, which is an attack to like get the advantage on your opponent. If you hit them with that before they run into you, you will more likely have the first turn by 90% or so.
That makes sense.
But they still can go first some of the time. The other thing is there's a run button. But there is also the L3 button, which you can click, and it just keeps running.
Good.
Like MMO Xenoblade style.
Oh, well, like you'll auto run one direction, not like
like this. I'm not even...
Huh. That's interesting.
Yeah, because these maps are huge.
Yeah, I was like, what I'm seeing here doesn't feel like it's big enough to justify that, but I guess it must expand out even more.
I mean, a lot of the areas aren't as narrow as this has been.
Okay.
You know, they've been more wide and open.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go to the World of Shadows. Show off some of that.
So, does she fuse your demons?
Welcome
Yes.
to the world of shadows,
Well,
where demons gather.
She's very blue.
She is. So are you. It works perfectly. You know, since I'm not going to use this file, we might as well just look into what I can do with Jack Frost. Okay. So we can make a Kikiri Hime.
She's very fancy.
Her magic stat is nuts. 30? That's good shit.
Ooh.
That's basically what my physical's at.
Yeah, I saw that.
Like Jack Frost is 30 as well, but she's a different 30. So if I needed a really strong like force, because you note she's completely resistant to force. If you look up there, you can see the exact skill potentials in the upper right, which usually correlate to what she's resistant against.
Oh, okay.
Usually, but not always. As you can see, she has a slight resistance to light, but she doesn't actually have a skill potential for light.
Huh.
But she is a good force mage, so I could do that. There's also arrows.
Look at this guy.
Yeah, these elementals are really cool. I really like them. They have a ton of them. Let's see. What else can I fuse? This principality dude's really awesome.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to getting that. Because look at that. 1, weak light attack against all enemies. Always a good choice. But eventually you get the power of heavy light attack to one foe. Hamon.
Yes.
You cannot convince me to not pronounce it like that. Yeah, the magic stat on this dude, real good too.
Yeah. This guy's always real cool.
I got the
Look at him.
angel early on, and I was like, oh man, that's what I'm looking forward to right there.
Yeah, I saw the new angel design somewhere. I was like, that's weird. But
Yeah.
I'm glad to see that not everything is that.
Yeah, the new angel design is really different because the Megaten angel, by and large, has been like a really iconic design, in my opinion. I'm sure other people probably agree. They did change it.
Yeah.
So this is the angel now. It's no longer the bondage-covered, like, S&M angel that it was before, where it was blind by the leather strap.
Right.
I thought that design was really neat, and it is iconic for Megaten, but, like, the majority of stuff in this hasn't really changed. And to be frank, I think that may actually have something to do with the plot of this game more so than censorship, but I don't know yet.
Okay. Yeah, that's always.
I think they want to
potential.
instantly communicate to you, hey, these are good guys, not weirdo demons.
Yeah, but everything else I'm seeing, it looks very authentic. Like, oh man, you got. Oh god, I can't. Whoa, him! Look at this dude.
This dude just
It's like a
spray painted.
Mothman. They got ripped.
Yeah. One day he woke up to justice and gains.
Ugh. Okay. Finish loading it.
Yeah, they are really intense. Like, they did such an amazing job.
I remember that guy. Yeah, it's really cool to see like this new rendition of them.
Yeah, no, it's really cool to see all of these demons in this really, really high quality. I love Kaya no Hime.
And they made it on Unreal this time, so they'll be able to transfer this forward easily.
I know, isn't that nice?
That's great.
That's nice.
Oh wow!
So about
And here I thought they'd censor the Incubus.
I know, right? They changed the angel, but they didn't change this, and it's like you see the demon and you're like, that looks like, and then you see its name is Incubus, and you're like, okay, got it. Feng Huang is really awesome. Like stat-wise, +4 on fire, +2 on force.
Oh, okay.
Pretty good force of nature right here. I really enjoyed Feng Huang. I fused it into something else, though.
You can get the fused stuff back, though, right? I know that was the thing previous games.
You can. So they have Demon Compendium. Let me pull that out. Demon Compendium. And you can view that in order to look at these. And say if I wanted them back, I can pay however much to pull them back out. The interesting thing here is every demon of a certain type you run into in the wild is always going to be the same level. So like level 1 slime, right?
Okay.
But let's say I leveled up a slime to level 12, and if I ever wanted to pull one out for some reason, because of a sicko, I want level 12. Well, that's where registering into your Demon Compendium comes in. Here, I can click on them individually or just hit a Register All button. And now, as you'll see, the mermaid's going to be level 19 if I want to pull her out, but she will cost a little bit more to pull out.
Yeah, of course.
And that's the idea here.
Yeah, they had that system, and I think everything since Nocturne, like everything I've played, I'm pretty sure has something like that. It was like, you need to register these because otherwise,
You're going to be pulling out a level 1 thing and very upset.
yes.
We haven't talked about essences yet, but we also haven't talked about miracles. I haven't shown off the miracles. So this is the miracle system. As I mentioned before, you get that using the glory currency that's in the upper right.
Okay, that's what you got from those Mihans or whatever.
Mimons, yeah. The Mimons you find in the environment. And also there are like Destiny-style engrams that always look the same. They're kind of smaller and have a silver look to them. Those will give you a huge amount of glory. And these things are like broad ability upgrades or cool buffs or new things. So this, if I have a full Magatsui gauge at the start of a turn in combat, it'll always, every turn, heal everyone on my team. Just for the
Oh.
tiniest bit of HP and MP. It'll just, as long as that gauge is full, I get healed. This will make it so if I guard in battle, I get more Magatsui.
And is that applied to just your main character, or to everything on everyone on your team?
Everyone on my team.
Okay.
The Magatsui gauge will slightly increase when inflicting weak or critical damage. I'm not sure I covered it because we've gone over this a few times.
Uh-huh.
The Magatsui gauge was to use a very specific type of attack. There are multiple different types, but the one I have selected and one you start with is one that makes it so every attack you do is critical for the entire turn.
Oh, okay.
So since critical attacks let you take an extra turn, they give you the half turn advantage, as I just showed off in battle.
Uh-huh.
You can take up to 8 actions if you use that one skill using the Magatsui gauge. So Magatsui is very important. If you need to unload on an enemy, if you have a big opponent you're attacking, you need that gauge to burn it on that critical ability or something else if you choose so. And so, like, these things help you build Magatsui and get benefits from having full Magatsui. Very, very cool. But these miracles aren't just limited to that. They go broader than that. Let me go ahead and find... Yeah, so you'll find things like increase demon stock by 1, so I can add to my party another one, and then 2. But the problem here is I accidentally skipped Divine Garrison 4. So I can't get 5.
That's not good.
No, it's not. I kind of did a sloppy job in earlier areas because there is a very iconic thing that you fight in order to get miracles. And I thought I would get a traversal ability, but apparently I just did not see the way up the cliff to this thing. So that's unfortunate. I need to go back. But the good thing is you can. Using the ley lines to quick travel between other ley line locations, you can travel between these locations just fine.
Great.
But yeah, it can also do things like give you an extra skill slot or give your demons an extra skill slot. That's important.
Yeah, that's really important.
That's hugely important. This was one of the first ones I got. Half of max HP and MP are recovered when leveling up.
Oh.
And since you level up pretty quickly if you're doing it right, you can stay out in the field longer, really helpful. You can also get your skill potentials here, which is your proficiency at different types. So I have electric and recover, and that means electric attacks. Let me go to a different screen to better show that off real quick. Oh, actually, we can use the Essence Fusion screen. So let me hit this. So let me go to a demon. That'll work out easier. My demon there, Jack Frost, has a +4 in ice, as you can see in the upper right.
Yeah.
As such, that turns all ice moves into +4. As you can see, Jack Buffalo, +4, Ice Breath, +4. That makes it cheaper to cast those spells. Normally, Ice Breath would be 24. Normally, Jack Buffalo would be 20.
Oh,
and now they only take 16 MP and 20 MP, making it that much more efficient at doing all of that.
Do they do more damage, or it just makes them cheaper?
I think they do more damage, but I haven't done A-B comparison because in this game, you cannot have more than one of a specific demon.
Okay, that makes sense.
You cannot have a team full of 3 Jack Frosts.
That makes sense. Yeah, they wouldn't want
because
that.
I would do it.
Yeah.
Some guy would piss me off hard enough where I'd go spend an hour to grind him into dust. That's already happened twice.
I mean, if they let you do that, you could be like, well, I got 1 up to level 20. Now I'm going to have 2 at level 20 by paying money.
Yes. You would not have enough money.
Right, of course not. But
unless I think people were saying this game's already announced maybe a money dungeon.
Okay.
Kind of like they had for Megaten 4.
Yeah, I heard they added something like that.
I have not paid attention to that. I'm sure with Money Dungeon, you could probably do that. Money Dungeon has a very money plane energy to it. But
the Burning Skulls next to her are really good.
Yeah. Her animations and everything are super fucking sick. This was one of my favorite early demons, this and the Angel. They were so effective. But yeah, so let's explain essences real quick. Essences you get through various means. I'm not going to list them all. But there'll be essences of specific demons. And on demons, when you use essences, you can pull over moves from whatever the essence of the demon is. So this demon, the Kaya no Hime, she actually has a stronger ice spell. So if I threw that on the mermaid, she'd be a lot more viable.
That makes sense, yeah.
She'd be much stronger in battle because that's a medium ice attack instead of weak ice attack or weak ice attacks at random. And the gap in damage between weak and medium is huge.
Yeah, of course.
It's massively important. Unfortunately, there are some unique abilities you cannot get. So Kaya no Hime has this unique harvest dance ability, which, as you can see, does that. Raises defense a ton.
And if you do this with the essence, you can still do this again to another demon.
The
right?
essence is consumed.
Oh, the essence just
Yeah,
gone.
I can actually show you. I had these essences at one point.
Oh.
I no longer do. The interesting thing is when you do it to your main character, who I've named Mega 11 because I'm very smart.
Good. Very
You can
funny.
either do skills just like the demons do, or you can do affinities. And the thing with affinities, if you look in the middle left, the resistances of this enemy,
Uh-huh.
you can do that, and now those will be my resistances. So you can, in theory, set yourself up for a boss where if they have an attack that you really don't love,
Uh-huh.
you could set up your resistances to just no-sell that.
That's great.
I had a boss where one of the types of attacks, because they use two different elements for their super powerful stuff. One of them, I was immune to. The other one, I was weak to, so I died in one hit every time. And that's when I figured out how to use the dampeners.
Man, this is... I'm glad they expanded out how you can adjust your main character so much. So that's really neat.
Yes, I think it's really cool. Weirdly enough, this game does not have equipment.
Okay, that makes sense.
I could have sworn I heard someone referring to equipment in others, but I could be totally wrong.
I don't think there was in Nocturne, but there probably was in those 4 because he plays like a samurai or something, so it would be a normal person, whereas this is back to being a genetic freak.
Yes. Nahobino is actually Japanese for genetic freak.
Obviously.
That's not sure if you knew. So there's a lot of really cool systems with this game. Like tons and tons. And one of the things I really like is using the reverse compendium fusion, which will just let me look at any of the possible fusions, any of them, that I can pull a demon out of my compendium or use in my party to make.
That's really good.
So I start at the end and then decide the beginning.
That's really good. It used
so
to be
good.
It used to be so much more complicated.
And now you can see this dude.
Look at him.
He's so small.
We should fuse something. I want to see that.
Okay, sure. Since I'm not going to keep this save file,
Okay.
I'll go ahead and do this guy.
Okay. You say so, man.
I'm going to kill Jack Frost.
Yeah, I was like, this is murdering Jack
Okay,
Frost.
fine. I can see the comment section now. We're not going to murder Jack Frost. Let me see who else I can. Ooh, this is great. I don't even love like either of these.
Okay.
Though Manangal is really, really cool. Oh, it's just that knight dude.
Yeah, he's kind of...
I don't want that knight dude.
What? I saw something really cool at the top.
At the top? Okay,
Yeah.
so here's the thing.
Oh.
If you look at the top middle of the screen, you'll see max fusion level 27.
Oh.
I cannot fuse a demon
Yeah.
that is more powerful than me.
No.
Which means him and him are going to be the peak.
Oh, what's this
You know
guy's
what?
deal?
This works.
Sure, I'm curious.
Look at
Is he made of wood?
I don't know what his deal is.
Well, maybe
I'm
he'll
not
tell
gonna-
us.
You know what? Yeah, let's... No. Fox in the Ainu tongue, though Sumari is another word for fox. Tsunenopu. Nupu refers to those who we kill. Okay, all right. So we don't know.
Nice.
But yeah, I'll go ahead and fuse that. I wasn't really using the Tengu. Ooh. +3 fire. That's not bad. You don't really have force attacks. So.
That doesn't surprise me. You showed me the Tengu earlier, and he was like really tiny. I was like, yeah, that guy's probably not great.
It's not great.
Watch me fuse this guy, and he's like gigantic. We aren't going to scale at all.
That is entirely possible. Oh man. Whatever. We're gonna do this once again. I'm not keeping this, so it doesn't matter.
Right, doesn't matter.
Okay, so I'm gonna put down the controller so I don't mash through this. But of course, audience, you can skip this.
Whoa. She got really big.
Huge. The biggest. She's kind of a big deal now. Well, kind of a big deal. You, however, are the biggest deal.
Oh my god.
What?
All right. What in the world? All right.
Yeah, no,
think-
it's really good.
I think this is the most integral your main character's ever been in a fusion. All right. The holy.
So that's pretty good.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Oh,
my
man,
god.
that opened up more options,
it did.
too.
Click on that Mushu.
One moment.
She looks so smug.
Oh, yeah, that's the one with the
Oh.
hair.
Okay.
I think you saw her earlier.
Yeah, we walked by her at
Yeah.
some point. But yeah, look at that hair.
I love that her hair is her wings. It's so freaking awesome.
She's really high level.
Yeah, no, she is, and her magic is pretty good, and she's a strong force. So if I ever hit, it's always good to look at these people you can aspire to get to the point of making.
Yes.
So that way when you hit that enemy that just kicks your ass. You're like, I got a guy. I'll be back.
You just wait here.
You wait right here. I'll be right back. What is this boon boost?
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's cool. For anyone who's unaware, this isn't a move. This is just permanent.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
that's
so-
really good.
Uh-huh.
You really want her to just be like, yeah, I have everything.
Yeah, my main character, I don't know if he still does. I'm pretty sure he still does. I'm going to look at him real quick. Through the essence screen, because that's the easiest way to look at him while still in the world of shadows. Increases max HP.
Okay.
Yeah, he's the Unga man. I need him to live.
Yeah. Also,
Yeah.
if he dies, you lose.
Exactly. So that was a pretty easy decision.
Right.
But yeah, this game has a lot of cool customization. We haven't even talked to a demon to try to get it on our side yet, have
we should talk to
We
dudes.
should do that before we end this video, because that is such a crucial part of what makes Mega 10 so cool.
Right.
Which I gotta say, you remember that time we were playing, I think it was on the Wonder Swan Color or the Game Boy Color? That game where we left the village and the first thing was a spider. And it's like, do you want to convince the spider to join you? And we're like, we kind of don't want to hang out with a giant spider.
Well, you got to, or else you're going to die.
Sup, Banjo? Demon is trying to leave. What will you do?
Make a sad face.
I'm not sure that I should. You lonely, mister? Do you want me to talk to you for a little bit? Hey, can I rip off your arms and leg? I'll rip yours off. Yeah, because you're not playing around. How would you feel if you killed me?
I'd be sad.
Then you gotta be nicer to me. What do I do? I want some of your MP. Very well.
He's just going to leave.
I want $1,300.
Whoa, man, come
You've
on.
had enough. Ask for something else. Really, then? I want some of your HP. Very well. That's nothing, man. I think that's enough. Thanks. I'm Wilder Bugs. Let's do something fun.
Nice. I really thought he'd leave after taking all that.
Yeah, no, he's there. I've had so many people do that.
Yeah, that's my
Give me
typical
$2,000.
experience.
Thanks. Leave.
Yeah, just like says nothing, leaves.
Oh, my thanks, buddy. Thanks.
What is this thing that's following you around?
Oh yeah, I haven't talked about her at all. Let me see. There should be. You know what? There's.
Yeah, I think the monster's chasing you still.
Yeah, he's fine. Whatever. Ignore him. Think up here it'll proc one of her conversation pieces.
Here you go.
So, in the overworld, she'll run into these spots where it's like, hey, I'm picking up something over this way. And you can either tell her to, you'll take a look, or just be like, no, God, no. Because it's either going to be an item or a battle.
Oh.
Okay, so we're
Neat.
good. That time we're fine. I doubt we'll be fine this time. Here we go.
I want
Let's
to.
see.
Oh,
Okay,
come
we're
on.
good. We're good.
I need to see these battles so you could possibly get into.
The battles, it's really good. She just says, oh crap, and then it starts.
Does
but
she seem like she's something that's going to be her whole game?
she seems to be our guide. She
Okay.
didn't start with us. We just sort of started hanging out a little bit. Picking up something over this way. Found us. Hey, man, I'm so lucky.
Right? Like, this is going well.
But as you go through
Gotta say,
this stuff,
there's
she'll
something I
ask you
wanna
questions
ask you.
about humans.
Okay, here goes. Okay, so humans made these roads, right? So why would they make them go all the way up in the sky like that? Isn't that kind of a pain in the butt?
And then you can answer, and of course that changes the conversation and probably changes some factor that will affect something at some point.
Determine how just you are or
exactly.
something.
Who knows? Who knows? I'm going to say couldn't tell you.
All right.
Oh, so even you don't know. Well, if you don't get it, why the heck would I? Totally.
But yeah, you'll have small conversation moments like that. She'll be in cutscenes and stuff. We haven't really shown off a real cutscene in this game because I specifically chose this spot to not have a lot of spoilers.
Right. Which is fine.
Fine in my opinion, but just understand a lot of this game does have rather high-end cutscenes from what I've played so far in the first, 13-ish hours. They look rather nice, though the mouth flaps can be a lot shooting from the hip.
Oh, yeah. That's how it almost always goes.
Yeah, but it's nice to have it that dubbed.
Right.
Because that werewolf battle, you would assume this game just was that. And it's not. No, it has a lot of fully dubbed dialogues and stuff. But yeah, I think we'll leave it at that. Do you have any questions about, look at the scope of this. There's so much fucking...
This
it's
real
one
big.
of the areas.
Now, can you warp straight from here to any ley line you want?
Yes,
or?
including ones in other giant open world-like areas.
Okay.
So any of these blue circles, I can go to them directly.
Even if it's
there's a
covered
quest
by
line right there I could go get. Or right there. I can go talk to them
the
about
little
their
green
various
arrow
quests.
thing?
Yep. This is the absences. You're supposed to find the root of them. They emanate an evil energy, and if you kill them, it will unlock miracles for you. Like, say, the one I missed.
Oh, neat.
Yeah, real neat.
But you can still teleport to the ley line that's inside that.
Yes.
Okay, this is not like a
perfectly
blocker.
capable of traveling there. Oh, and in case I didn't mention it, you do have the L button return you to the ley line. That's an ability
That
you
was
get at
nice
some
and
point.
quick.
It's so I know the load times in this are incredible. In fact, we're just one thing with this game: never use the stick. The dead zone is nothing. So when you push down on the stick and let go, it will go up slightly physically because that's how sticks work.
Yeah.
And because of that, it will go back up on the menu. But yeah, so that's how fast it loads. The quick travel in this loads really fast. Battles load really fast. I think they did a really good job. I've certainly played enough Switch games where it doesn't load all that fast.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of other Switch games that use Unreal, and because I feel like at some point we run into, load times are real bad. Mm-hmm. Honestly, a lot of Unreal games just do have bad load times in general.
Oh yeah, even on PS4.
Yeah.
It's really only the next-gen consoles that have completely obliterated it. So
Yeah.
I'm really glad they smartly approached how to load things in and what they need loaded in before they start battles and stuff.
Mm-hmm. God, yeah, it's still crazy just seeing there's just three Onis just hanging out.
Yeah, they're just hanging out. They're just buds.
They're big dudes.
They're just bros broing out. You know how it is. And then we get those jack-o'-lanterns. Yeah, I talked about those earlier. The orbs you can pick up to heal and get Magatsui gauge.
Here you go.
Sure, we're going to roll this one more time and
Press
see.
your luck.
Oh,
Okay.
man, I'm lucky. Okay, let's see if I can. So this leads somewhere. I believe the bottom left. Yes, that's where I want to go. Is this actually going to lead there?
Hey.
Because maybe, just maybe, I can take a look at this absence before we end this video, but
Do you hit invisible walls frequently?
not all that often, no.
Okay.
No, not really. There was a moment where a number of students stood in my way, and it was like, yeah, they're impenetrable.
Okay, that's different though. Ooh, a vending machine.
I got my hexagram trading card, which I can sell because it's a valuable relic.
Ooh.
Okay, so I see these stink waves are coming from this way, but I cannot figure out where for the life of me. Maybe I still haven't unlocked that area?
Here you go.
Maybe.
Because as you can see, it's directly south from me. Okay, it looks like it's just beyond
there's
this around the
pathway
corner.
there, yeah.
Okay, yeah, it looks like this will bend properly.
Oh, Mothman. Look
Sorry,
at him.
I actually did not. Yep, there he is. Yep, it's him. I've lived here all my life, and I still find myself getting lost from time to time. It's that damn abscess. Oh, abscess, not absence. Sorry. And those freaky waves it spits out. It's messing with my head.
He's got such a good coat. Good for him.
Oh, yeah. No, it's just, look at him. So happy. The loading screen already told me Mothman lore, and I was like, I'm so happy.
Oh.
These things are like this, and it detected me, so it spawns a ton of enemies in its way, which I could just jump over instead of engaging with, and then I can attack it directly.
Huh. Okay.
Oh.
And it summons monsters to fight.
To defend it, yes.
Okay. You don't have a lot of fire on your team, do
No,
you?
my team's ice.
That's not
But
good.
that does mean I could just do that one ability, the ice wall.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
You
Jack
have-
Frost, if you could just make us invincible. I guess it's only for one attack, though. Oh, well, we're going to do it anyway.
Yeah, it's for one turn, so they'll probably hit you with an ice attack.
And then they'll miss, and that'll cause... Yeah, okay. He's weak to being charmed. Let's see.
Yes! You make this work out.
Yeah, we can make this work out.
And she's got a fire attack. Now, will that
And
uncharm
it hits
him?
both. I don't know.
Okay, it doesn't
No.
look like it did. Okay, good.
Ow. Just punch him in the mouth.
Yeah, why not? What else is he gonna do?
Oh no. I don't know what they're gonna do,
What
but
did
I'm
it say?
definitely having. They're using their Magatsui.
Oh,
See, for
okay.
demons, like foes,
Yeah.
they have to do that the turn before, and then the next turn they're gonna unleash it, allowing time for you to figure out, like, okay, this enemy when they use their Magatsui, they normally do this type of attack, which is what I did against that werewolf to make sure it didn't do a single thing to me.
Yeah, can you save anywhere or only at the ley lines?
You can only save at the ley lines.
Okay.
It's funny, I have full Magatsui gauge.
Yeah, so you
And I'm
could go
still
YOLO
just
on
not
them.
even. It's really good.
Now, what will it do if they're both charmed and they're using that? I'm very curious.
Same.
Do they just punch each other in the mouth?
It's possible, though unlikely. And let's put up another ice block.
Yeah, just in case. You never can be too sure.
How are you doing something? I didn't even notice. By the way, your turn's over because you missed me. You missed me or got it absorbed, so your turn's over. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and use that Magatsui.
That's very cool, actually.
Yeah, he, Nahobino really has that energy. I'm not sure if you know, but this is a huge deal. Heavy Blow is pretty cool because, of course, when you get a critical, it does an even stronger attack, like substantially. So if I use my Magatsui to make it all crits,
Oh, then you're just guaranteed to get that bow.
so it will always be that much better.
God, he says hee-ho as he vaporizes.
Yeehaw.
It's very sad, actually.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, we're just punching him. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do this.
Yeah, not in this turn.
But he's still charmed, so
yeah, like, I don't know how much damage he's going
that's
to do while
pretty
he's
dire
charmed.
for him. He gets one turn charmed.
Nothing.
Yeah, we're all just gonna punch you to death. There we go. Yeah, the soundtrack's pretty good. I would really like to hear the soundtrack, like, lossless.
Yeah,
Like
I
a
hope they
CD.
release that somehow.
Yeah, a lot of game companies have been getting better about putting it on stuff like Amazon Music and other streaming services.
Right. I just think about how the Nocturne soundtrack, like, they put a really bad version in that re-release.
Yes, they had the really low bitrate version for the remaster of Nocturne. So yeah, it opened up a ton of miracles, as you can see, and that's usually how it goes. In fact, it looks like I could get Electric Mastery too if I cared.
Nice.
Yeah,
I
that's
wonder what
pretty cool.
Knowledge of Tools would do.
I don't know. I can return to the ley line and find out real quick, because it's not that hard at all.
Sure.
Let's see. World of Shadows. Whoosh. But yeah, that's like 4, maybe 5 seconds right there. And that's not bad for like a completely unique assets shop.
Yeah, yeah.
Apotheosis. What? Miracles.
Miracles.
Okay. It allows your demons to use. Oh my god!
Oh.
Wow!
Wow.
Wow!
Wow.
You saw how that werewolf battle went.
Yeah.
This is a ridiculous thing to let demons do. Yeah, Papa wants to punch them real hard. Can you heal Papa?
This is your job now.
This is your job now, High Fairy. This is your job now, Pixie. But yeah, this game's really great. I'm really enjoying this. I'm so happy to see after so long, because you got Nocturne like 18 years ago, 17 years ago, and ever since I was like, wow, I can't wait till they do like another full console game, and then I can get in at launch.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's been waiting a long time.
17 years. Actually, 18. It came out in 2003, I think.
Persona really doesn't fill the same hole.
No,
at
it's
all.
not this. It's not the same. Persona's great and it's its own thing, but it's not this.
No.
And I'm really glad this is here. And the only thing I could wish for now is a port to like PS5 or maybe the next Switch runs it better. That's
right.
it.
Yeah, of course.
Because this game's great. I just wish it was higher resolution and ran a little bit better. But once again, how many years into the Switch are we? It's been a while. It's 4 years.
Yeah, I was like, it's 4 or
Almost
5.
five.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, in a few months it'll be 5 years. So it was kind of underpowered when it came out, and now it's like
I saw
they're
someone
doing so much with it too.
mention this was one of the first games announced
Uh-huh.
for the Switch, and now that with this coming out, it'll be the last one of those first games announced that actually releases.
Well, I'm glad it actually released, and it's really great.
Yes.
I really was deeply fascinated by the Tokyo Mirage Session games, but apparently no one else agreed. So, you get some nice parallel there, because that was announced at the beginning of the Wii U.
Yes.
And then that ships in time before it disappears.
Yeah, it turned out in a way no one expected from the original announcement, where this is pretty much what people wanted.
This game feels like such a crazy wish fulfillment of this feels like if somebody went, I hope Shin Megami Tensei 5 is like Breath of the Wild that had giant open worlds. Like, who in their right mind?
Yeah, you wouldn't think that.
No one would expect that from this. Especially not after Shin Megami Tensei 4.
No, the most budget release possible, put it on the 3DS.
Even if they made a 7th or 8th gen Shin Megami Tensei, that was a console one, it would have been closer to Nocturne for sure. I never would have expected giant open worlds,
No.
So it's really cool. I think this is great. This is one of the strongest RPGs on the Switch, clearly, and one of the best games coming out this year, in my opinion. From what I've played, I'm shocked. I expected there to be some sort of weight, weighing it down, massive load times or just unplayably rough.
Right, yeah, it's the Switch. You do expect to run to some awful thing.
Yeah, sometimes you hit and sometimes you miss. Sometimes things get so bad on the Switch, you go, guess they never hit, huh? But, someone outside of Nintendo can ship a game on it and it can look amazing. And it really does. And I'm really glad the load times are good. This has been so delightful. I'm glad we got to take a look at it, ahead of the launch.
Right.
Just because, RPGs, what are we going to do? The game comes out and then we just stream from the beginning for a few hours and then put it down and it's most of the mechanics didn't unlock, but good try. That's going to do it for this video. I want to say thank you again to Atlus for the game code in order to get this preview up in time for launch. And also thank you for watching Giving Games a Chance.
The executive producers for this month of GigaBoots are Esme, E. Lee Broyles, Star Falcon, Spaceman Spiff, Red Blaze 27, Brendan O'Sullivan, Live Action Muito Real, Completely Normal Adam, Cooper Tank, Zilter, and Virvarm. Thank you very much to our executive producers, and also these patrons. If you want to become an executive producer for an obscure but powerful YouTube channel, head on over to patreon.com/gigaboots today.